I had the same teacher. There were 9 of us.
Okay.
And 7 brothers, or I had 8 brothers or 7 brothers and 1 sister. And she had all of us. And it was a Mrs. Hogan. Her husband was a engineer in Waterloo, and I have no idea what he made. And he was a hell of a nice guy. They hung the coats out here. The slate you said you still have.
Yep, we do.
Good.
So tell us again, this was the teacher's desk on this
Yes.
side? Okay.
And the teacher sat behind it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember right, I sat in this row.
Okay. And tell us your name again.
Victor Ortner.
Okay.
And
How many rows were there?
3 and 4.
3 and 4?
When we had more kids, we had 4.
Okay.
But my oldest brother, who died in, oh boy, 70 or so,
Yeah.
we had the same teacher that I had, and she was fantastic. Like she said, she was the boss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was a school director, and there were only 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Who was your dad?
Casper Ortner.
Casper Ortner. Okay.
But it was a good school. We had a lot of fun. We lived a half mile north of the school,
Okay.
and we always just walked to school.
Mm-hmm.
It was so far, It was uphill both ways. And that's where we hung the coat racks.
Okay.
And we used to go to it was right by the Barclay Catholic Church.
Uh-huh.
And we used to go up to the priest and get water, and then we'd dump it in you have to empty it every day. We'd dump it in the cooler up there.
And
Well,
where would the cooler have sat? In the
it was on
coat
the bench.
room?
That
But
was
in
on
the
bench.
coat room side?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was in the bench.
Yeah. So, since it was by the Catholic school, were most of the students Catholic or not necessarily?
We had a Mrs. Staebell at one time.
Yeah.
They lived south of town.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you knew him or not.
Yeah.
You know who Paul Staebell was, or Lee Staebell?
Well, there were a lot of Paul Staebells I've discovered.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Anyway, Lee Staebell was our teacher,
Okay.
and we were all Catholic,
Mm-hmm.
and we should have been a Catholic school because we all went to mass about 3 days a week.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As part of the school day?
Yeah. And I understand you're going to move the chaplain in here.
Yes.
Yep.
When are you going to move that?
So we're going to move the depot that's north of town.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to bring that in. But in order to move that, we got to wait till they pick the corn
Mm-hmm.
because we're going to come out through the field. And the mover wants to do them both at the same time. So as soon as they get the corn out, we'll get the depot and then we'll bring the chapel in at that time.
But we also have some dirt work to do yet because the depot's going to sit up level with the street.
Mm-hmm.
So they got to bring in a lot of fill and then do a retaining wall.
Yeah.
And then the chapel will sit between the depot and Gresham.
Okay, that's a hell of a good idea to move the chapel.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, we got it, I don't know if you went by there, but it's empty right now.
Oh, it
Yeah.
has been for
Yeah.
years.
Well, we took all the stuff out. We took the altar and the pews and everything.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, we got those in storage.
Oh, and then there's stained glass windows in it.
Yeah.
They are, but we gotta get them out before we move.
There's a hell of a lot of them in there.
Yeah, and they're beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're,
Did the school kids go to the chapel or did you go to the
we
church?
went both.
Both.
We went to the chapel, and then there was a chapel in the priest's basement
Really?
that we used to go to.
Wow.
So is that where Carol Steffen lives? Was that the priest?
Yes,
house?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. And like I said, that was a beautiful chapel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It only had, I think, 8 pews in it,
Yep.
and only 2 people to a pew were 3 in
Mhm,
doubles.
mhm.
And they had to be skinny if they were.
It's got the pressed tin everywhere.
What?
Walls, ceiling, everything.
Oh,
Is the
yeah.
pressed tin?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, hell yes.
So if the teacher's desk was up here, did you have a stove of some kind?
Oh, yeah.
Where was that?
Right
Watch the
about
holes
there.
now.
Right about there. It was, oh, probably right here.
Okay.
And then we had a vent that went out the back.
Okay.
And did you know John Ortner?
Not sure.
Okay.
Not by name, I guess.
Anyway, his daughter, her dad was blind. And she used to go home in the winter sometimes because her mother would be gone. And she'd have to stay there. And she used to, my brother sat right there. And we had a wire come through that window. And he banged a rock, we had a rock swing above it, and he banged on that rock that we had. She never caught it. She never caught it once.
You can see we had a little bit of water damage here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to open up the floor. They had big steel beams that they slid in both
Yeah.
ways to lift it. So that's what this is for.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But we're gonna keep the floor, repair it, strip it.
Sand it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, what color was it? I'm guessing it wasn't blue back in the day inside.
No, it was white.
Just
White,
white.
that's what
Yeah.
we
Were
figured.
the windows white as well?
Yes.
Okay, good. I've been trying to strip one. It's taken me all weekend.
Oh,
Okay, good.
So that cork board, was that something that the church might have added later?
No,
Was
no.
that always there?
That was always there.
Okay,
Been there forever.
okay.
Wow.
there's some papers up there
Yeah.
forever too.
Did you have electricity when you were here?
Yeah, Dad wired it.
Oh, really?
Dad wired it in about 48 or 9.
Really? Okay.
And, yeah, and we had it for, I think, electricity for 1 or 2 years. We had them,
We have the globes. We took them down for the move, but all 4 of the lights were still intact.
okay. I think we had fluorescent lights, but I don't remember.
Really?
Are you from Desert?
No. We grew up out of, do you remember Max Stender at all?
Who?
Max Stender or Tom McGee? Those are our grandparents.
Oh, I know Tom McGee.
Yeah, he's our
Oh,
grandpa.
Tom's my grandpa, our grandpa.
Okay, he lived in Cedar Rapids.
No, that was Raleigh.
Okay.
He'd be our dad.
Yeah, Raleigh was our dad.
So Tom and Lois McGee?
Yeah,
Okay.
Would you, what year did you graduate from Dunk then?
54.
54.
So they would have been
Dave?
before. Yeah, Dave would probably.
Maybe our Uncle Dave McGee, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's our uncle.
Yep.
He was a redhead.
Yes, yes, he is.
Yep. He's still kicking.
Is he?
Yep.
How old is he?
82, 83.
More than that, isn't
Yeah. He's in St. Joe,
he? How old are you?
St. Joseph, Missouri.
87.
I was gonna guess 86 on Dave, so
Okay.
somewhere about in there.
Okay, yeah. I remember him from school.
Yep. What went on out here in the coat closet?
Well, not a hell of a lot.
Where'd you put your lunches?
Oh, on the bench, I think.
There's a bench
Yeah.
along the back there.
Yeah. Oh, hell, the hooks are still here.
Yeah.
Which one was yours?
Hell if I know. And we always hung our coats. I think we hung our coats here and here.
Mm-hmm.
You still got the goddamn wire hooks.
Did these windows ever open?
If they did, I never saw them open.
Okay. So there were shelves across the back, probably?
Yeah.
Looks like there were
Matter
shelves.
of fact, my first job I had, and my brothers all had it too, when they come up here, we used to have winter catechism in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the nuns came out from Waterloo and anyway, we had catechism out here. And I come up here to start the fire one time and I crawled up in there
Yeah.
and I found a book with my dad's grades in it
Really?
and from 1890.
No way.
Well, he was born in 1895, so it would have been by 1900.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he lived a mile from here, west of here, and he came here.
So do you know when this building was built? So it was here in 1890,
Well,
because we don't have an exact,
that just means they had a school in 1890.
yeah, may not have been this one.
I don't know,
May not have been.
I know the church was built in 1876,
Okay.
and I think the school was there.
Okay.
Because, you know who Henry Naebers was?
No.
He donated the land for the church, and he donated, and then the Risse's
Yeah.
donated the land for the church and the cemetery, and since it's been enlarged, and I think Naebers donated the land for the building,
Okay.
the church building, or not the church building, but the house
The
and
rectory and the,
yep, and everything else.
and the school. Okay.
Yep.
Did you ever get up in the attic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one time I
Found a book.
found a book with my dad's grades in it.
Gotcha.
We haven't been up there yet.
Well,
We're not
Maybe
I
it's still there.
think
Maybe it's still up there.
no, the Steffens got it
Ah,
because they got everything out of this school. 'Cause she lived like nearby. I don't know what the hell that was.
There was a fire extinguisher. That's probably a new addition.
yeah.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Craig,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
glad you
well,
stopped.
yeah,
Glad
me
you guys-
too.
Had you guys seen the museum?
No,
Oh,
we were
wait.
just visiting his sister-in-law, Marcy, who was married to Eugene
Okay.
Ortner,
Okay.
just south of here.
Okay.
She's in Waterloo now. And she mentioned that they moved the schoolhouse, and so we
I'm
just
glad
decided
you
to drive
stopped at-
through on the way
Oh,
home.
yeah.
Do you have
Yeah.
time to stop and
It's
go
just
through the
right here.
museum? It's right through this door.
Is it open now?
Do you want?
We can open it.
studying for, we hosted Dunkerton's days at the school. We had public speaking. Anyway, he chewed our ass out and we went to work a little bit. Short as shit, we went down to down to Independence and won the state tournament. And then we went to Kansas City and finished 11th.
Wow.
That was the
And
first
this
time I was
was-
ever out of the state.
This was for FFA?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the flooring that we're gonna replace what Barclay needs, and then this will be the Gresham School.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that a great picture?
Yeah.
Here's the. Did you see the?
Oh, yeah.
That's moving Bennington.
That's good.
And then this is what the depot is going to look like.
Now, did Benning have new shakes on it?
Probably, but right now it's got the steel on it,
Okay. 'cause,
and we're gonna leave it for now
well,
because we got
Bennington
other
number
things.
5, I think, was out by west of Dunkerton
Yeah.
and north.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's still standing. I think that's still got.
Yep.
Well, number 5 moved to,
It might be. You might be thinking of Bennington number 4. They just raised some money and put a new roof on it.
yeah. Bennington number 5 is
Was this Bernard McIntosh family?
yes,
Yeah.
there's McIntoshes and Dunkertons in that picture.
Well, I played high school basketball with McIntosh.
You grew up right here then?
He was a tough SOB.
We're still there, or they are. Yeah, so we just went to visit Grandma in Waterloo, and she mentioned it. So we stopped through. I was just looking to see if there were any photos from that era.
Of my sister Julie, she's the archivist. She might know if there's something in particular you're looking for. Like.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Ortner
She's a
or-
cleaner.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I know we
Cleans. Ashley.
what's Roy Ortner,
Garbus? Okay.
That's his brother.
his brother.
Yeah.
Oh, he wrote a book about the cemetery. We've got
Photograph
several-
that
several
back
copies.
for
I think we've got
Yep,
a
I
couple
will.
copies. Do you
Yeah.
have a
Yeah,
copy
we've
of
got a
Roy's
couple
book
of
about the
those.
cemetery?
Yep.
Yeah.
He wrote a book about, well, everybody that kicked the bucket
Mm-hmm.
and a few more.
Yeah.
How long has this been here?
2 years.
Yeah.
Newer.
How long?
The museum,
Yeah.
2 years.
So that's it.
Yeah. Yep.
So they built the library a while ago.
Uh-huh.
They always intended to have a historical center down here, but it took a while to get going. And then once it got going, they had water trouble. So that all started about 10 years ago.
Mm.
But then it didn't get going, you know. So 2 years ago, one of the last original members wanted to get it going. So she went around and found a slightly younger generation. And everything just kind of fell together. And, some of the, well, you're not from here, but Ross Jones and Luann Chapman, they're part of the Dunkerton family. And they donated some money so we could buy that lot.
Okay.
And then everything just kind of fell into place after that. So.
Yeah.
Did you know who Joe Bartholomew was?
Yeah.
Old Big Joe or the new one?
Big Joe.
Yeah,
Big Joe.
sure.
Yep.
Sure.
My brother worked for him
Yeah.
when he tiled.
Ah.
And when my brother was in the army, Joe's hobby was building fiddles.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And my brother built a fiddle in Germany when he was in the army. And he was a mechanic. And he was under a Prick 6, you know what Prick 6 is. It's a big truck.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy his sergeant come in and he says, Ortner, somebody wants to see you. And he says, tell the son of a bitch to come back, I'm busy. Well, the son of a bitch was a general.
Oops.
Well, I better get going. Do you have restrooms?
Yep.
Yeah.
We do.
To the left there.
Yep. So I don't know if you noticed our tree down there, but